patron, Mr. Scott T. Lynch, is here with me, and we're sitting on the River Clyde, just chilling like villains, drinking our green tea out of Moretti pint glasses. We even walked past some of the police, and they were just like, "Do your best Scottish accent. Go." "Right, pal."
"Right, what you two drinking?" And we were like, "We're drinking tea, fuzz." And they were like, "Oh, nae bother, steady on, man."
Yeah.
And then we glassed them.
Yeah.
And now we're wanted for assault on a police officer.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, guys. See if you see a police officer, just you glass them.
Don't ever do that.
You got to live the outlaw lifestyle, guys.
Because trust me, they will bum you in prison. Don't do it. It's not worth it, man. Anyways.
Yeah, don't do it. We didn't do that. I was just trying to look cool.
Yeah, it didn't work.
To my listeners. I think it did, but I don't want to take responsibility for glassing the police officers. So don't do it. Don't respect the police.
Yeah.
What we do here.
The police are here to uphold law and society, so don't fuck it around. Don't fuck it around. Anyway, so we just chill in, and I had a really good talk and walk and talk. We were walkie-talkies.
And we regretted not recording it.
Yeah, because it was fucking golden, man.
Yeah, so if this isn't super good, it's because we've already gone through it before.
Yeah.
And you guys are getting sloppy seconds right now.
Yeah, true. Maybe even thirds. I may have told the story before you, David.
What?
Yeah.
Feel betrayed.
Sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
So, where did we start? What were we talking about?
I think you were telling me about your week and what you'd realised, Xander.
Oh, yes. So, pretty much, I decided to do a week of media fasting, which is, for those of you who don't know, logging off of all social media accounts. That includes WhatsApp, that includes Facebook Messenger, that includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twatter, tweetings,
all the twiz, and probably not email. I guess if you want to do email, you can. If you check email too much and overemphasize your importance because you think you're going to get emails all the time, you can log out of your email. Unless it's used for business, you could probably use it for, like, I don't know, check it once a day at 12 every day or something like that. That way, like, all the important emails should collect at once, or check it at the end of the day or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I've done that. One thing that I noticed that is different is before I'd always be like, fuck, I don't have enough time. And now, since I've logged out of social media, I have too much time. I almost don't know what to do with my time. So I spend my time sometimes watching Netflix or catching up with my reading and just really chilling. I feel like I've got much less pressure. It's almost like the first 2 days was quite bad because I was reeling back from, like, that constant dopamine hit that you get. Well, those dopamine hits. So every time you see something like a cool post, you're like, oh, that's a cool post, like, dopamine hit. Or someone just followed me, dopamine hit. Or someone just liked my post, dopamine hit. Where, yeah, it completely cuts it out. And you sort of, like, just learn how to not be so externally validated. And I suppose that has aided in you achieving your dreamline goals, hasn't it? Because one of your goals was to become less anxious, become more relaxed. I think we were talking about it last week.
Possibly.
Do you not remember? You've not been doing your dreamlining.
No, I have. It's to be, like, more calm and, like, to do more breathing exercises and stuff like that. Which, to be honest, I haven't really been doing, but only because I've it's really been tough, like, trying to, because, you know, the weather and stuff. That's what I'm blaming it on.
Cool. But you, like, kind of have been doing it,
completely kick the smoking habit.
I mean, you're you withdrawing from social media has achieved that. You were just saying there, you feel more relaxed. You feel more.
I do feel more relaxed, but there's obviously, like, because I haven't had that constant dopamine hit. It's like I'm really reactive because it's like I'm waiting for something to react to, if that makes sense. So it'll take some more time, but also like that, like so it's been pretty good. It's been a good week. I've done a lot of work. I've actually, like, been able to, like, do more writing, and just, like, really focus on, like, building more websites and stuff like that, and
that's stuff that I really like to do. So I haven't really been back to the gym, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was just me coming back to me just not managing my time correctly and just oversleeping for work all the time.
Because you've got too much time on your hands now.
Too much time on my hands. That's actually very true. Very true. And I've been like binge watching Shameless too.
US Shameless, not the
US,
good one.
yeah. It's the good one that I've been binging. The US one. The one where he ends up in Canada and everyone applauds him.
The colonial inferior one.
I disagree. But yeah, what have you been doing, David?
Isn't that? Nothing criminal.
Except for glass and police officers.
Except for glass and police officers.
Just joking, Popo.
I've been working to its respect to the boys in blue. Even though they really were blue in the UK.
Yeah. What do they wear? Black?
Black and luminous yellow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Hey, like a bumblebee.
Our Bumble boys.
Yeah, they're bumbles. Yo, what's up on the bumble?
You were telling me earlier, actually.
Yeah.
That you made a few realizations when it came to fear. And how fear can affect you.
Very true. It can affect you. Just kidding. Yeah, so fear is quite an interesting one because it's like having an enemy. Well, I heard this when I was listening to the audiobook of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Links in the drop down menu below.
It's just called description. Not a drop down menu.
It's a drop down menu.
It's a description. A drop down menu is like you click and you can select.
Here in the LobsterCast, we say drop down menu.
It's a description. So the link will be in the description for those of you who are savvy with YouTube, and those of you who aren't, the drop down menu. Drinking your tea in defeat.
I won that. That was my victory there.
Sure. But anyway, so fear is quite an interesting one because it like attacks you from the inside. It's not like an enemy that you can see coming. It comes from inside, and it's so subtle. So like, and they come like, so there's 6 main fears, which I'm not exactly sure what they're called. I can look it up on my phone. I know it's the fear of poverty, fear of death, fear of criticism, and yeah, so there's 3 others. I can't remember. Yeah, so fear of ill health, fear of loss of love of someone, fear of old age, and fear of death. I think I may have said fear of death twice, but because it's double as fearful, people fear it double as much. Anyway, so those kind of fears, they play down into like more sub fears too. So like it'll be like a sub personality of that fear, and that means that it's going to be like whenever you fear something, it's going to be like doubly as it won't necessarily come as, oh my god, I'm so afraid of dying. It can be like, I'm afraid to do anything that's like good to do. Like I'm afraid to go skydiving. I'm afraid to get on a plane in case I get, what is that thing called? Where
deep vein thrombosis.
Deep vein thrombosis. In case I get that, which is like 1 in.
It's where
how many people?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have the specific statistic, but I would say I've been on quite a lot of planes and I've literally never seen it. Yeah. Also, you never hear about it anymore, do you? No. It's never in the news.
It's like, it's fear mongering. That's what they do. That's what the media does. So you better quit that fucking shit. And for those of you, if this has been beeped out, you need to quit media in general. If the world's going to end, you'll know it. You don't need the news to tell you. The news just wants to sell you fear, man, so that you don't have to live in...
It's true. Fear can be very constraining. It possesses you and it prevents you from achieving your goals.
And we saw that earlier. We were just drinking tea out of our beer mugs, and the Bumble boys came past us, and Scott was like... he was like, oh shit, I better hide my empty pint glass.
Even though it actually had a tea bag in it as well, so even they just have to look at it and they'd be fine.
So I better hide my empty pint glass in case, and I was just like, fuck it, like, what are you going to do, arrest me for drinking tea?
I think that's why it was so one of the reasons it was so elucidating was that I'd just previously been reassuring Heartbreak that it's not illegal to carry a glass around with you, and it's got tea in it, so why is he so afraid? So we're both possessed by fear. and it was stupid.
Stupid indeed. But then they just went past us and they were like, we've got better things to worry about, like drug dealers and murderers and rapists and stuff like that. So, and here we are like worrying that we're going to get arrested for being a couple of mugs, carrying some mugs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so fear is an illusion, you know? Don't let it control you. I feel like that's kind of not quite as impactful as my previous rant, but you snooze, you lose.
Sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds for sure. How does it feel? Yeah. So what about you? What's your realization of fear, man?
Well, I realized that for the longest time I was being controlled by fear.
Right.
Made a lot of my decisions for me. That's why maybe I didn't push myself as hard as I could have done for the last
criticism.
Yeah, but as a result, I never really did it. And I was like writing and I was like performing, but I didn't really do it as much because I was afraid people were gonna make fun of me, or it wasn't really gonna be very good. I always felt like I needed to do the best right out of the gate, but that's a stupid thing to feel. And I should have just given it a go. Like this is quite rambly today, but like I'm still gonna put this up.
Yeah, with the ramble bamble.
We're the ramble bunch, guys. Yeah.
She's snorting cocaine.
Yeah, we just saw a jogger and she snorted cocaine as she goes.
Yeah,
I think it makes you faster. That's what I heard.
For sure. Hey man, just snort me. Yeah. So, anyways. I think we just saw the 80-year-old version of the movie Grown Ups on Bicycles. It was fantastic. But yeah. And then, I'm not sure, what was that guy? Maybe just solo. Cycling solo.
Yeah, these our audience cannot see these people that are riding by.
Right. Yeah.
So this commentary is wasted on them, I think.
It's okay, I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. Eventually, just use the infinite power of your imagination. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Fear controls you, and fear just holds you back and makes you... It does it because it's trying to protect you, but your brain is wired to protect you from more... not the kind of threats that you find in society today. You don't see a fucking tiger running around. We can't really be like... that your fear of dying because a tiger is going to attack you, although your body responds just the same.
Yeah.
And it stores that stress. Or if you do something stupid and maybe you embarrass yourself, and you fear that people are going to criticize you for decisions that you've made, you may get kicked out of the tribe. These days, highly unlikely, unless your family is a bunch of bigots.
I think that's true. I think that you've just got to, when you're afraid of something, you've got to think about it unemotionally.
Yeah.
And just decide, whether or not it's actually going to do you any catastrophic harm by attempting it.
True.
Yeah.
What would it be like if it was easy to solve? That's my number one go-to at the moment. If I have a problem and it's very difficult in my mind, all I have to think to myself is, what would it be like if it was easy to solve? And then come with solutions, and then those are your solutions. Simple. Like if I say, I can't fucking save money, what's happening? Then if I say, okay, well, it's difficult to save money, what would it look like if it was easy to save money? And obviously I know I can't be making more money yet, so I'll say I can spend less. Okay, what can I spend less on? Okay, maybe I can spend less on coffee, which I know I can spend less on coffee. I can get free coffee at my work and get coffee at my house. If I say I'm too negative, I'm not managing my time right, and I'm too negative about situations that I can't control. Okay, well, what would it look like if it was easy to solve? Well, I would be less negative, and I would change my operating system that I'm operating on to handle stress, which is mindsets that come up right away. That's it.
I think that's very succinctly put. Well done. Yeah.
Change the operating system, man. So that's kind of what it is. Like, especially if you're taking on more responsibility, you'll get more stress that comes with that. And if you've been operating, say, on an operating system of handling 1 or say 3 out of a 10 scale of stress, suddenly you go up to a 5, your operating system that you're using to handle stress is outdated, which means you need to upgrade it, and you need to instill better mindsets that would be able to allow you to be able to operate better under those certain situations. So
I think that's very well put. And I think on that note, we'll bring today's proceedings to a close. I think, let us know in the comment section what you thought about us recording outside. I have my reservations about it. I think there's a lot of uncontrollable noise that's quite disruptive. But it was very enjoyable to sit here.
You need to upgrade your operating system.